Readyroxx, rebuild, reclaiming my life. Through trials and truth, I'm standing tall. Brick by brick, I'm rebuilding it all. With grace in my stride and fire in my heart, I'm rising again. Yeah, I'm ready for real. As I raise my grandkids and pass the flame, I teach them strength, not just my name. Building the future on the sturdy ground, with love in the walls and faith all around. No shortcuts, no shame, just real life wins. This is where my legacy truly begins. Oh, I'm molding the past into tomorrow's goal. Crafting dreams, watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites. The Readyroxx, rebuild, reclaiming my life. Through trials and truth, I'm standing tall. Brick by brick, I'm rebuilding it all. With grace in my stride and fire in my heart, I'm rising again. Yeah, I'm ready for real. It's more than a comeback, it's a rebirth. Proof that broken pieces can still hold worth. I don't need perfect, I need peace. And I found it in every video that I release. Molding the past into tomorrow's goal. Crafting dreams, watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites. The Readyroxx, rebuild, reclaiming my life. I'm stronger than ever and I'm here to stay. So follow my journey, I'm leading.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. You are here, the Readyroxx Rebuild series, all through the month of July of 2025. This is part 10. If you have missed any of the parts, be advised, part 6 and 7 is in the playlist, but it's in the form of a live stream. So go check out the playlist that's titled the Readyroxx Rebuild. If you are new here, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Everybody, so good to see you. I appreciate you. I thank you. I've been asking you guys to get in the comments to ask questions. I can't recall those questions. I only remember one question. So from this point going forward to the end of July, if you have any questions you want me to address while I'm doing these series, while I'm doing each part, please email me. Email me the question. Or if you have my number already, text me the question, okay? I remember one question, and I believe it's from Bubbles, and she said, why won't I initiate the divorce, right? So I will address that. But anybody else, if you have any questions, just email it to me or text me, because I may miss it in the comment section. Or by the time I'm looking at the comments, and here I'm done looking at the comments for a day or two, I don't get no notifications, just like y'all don't get the notifications to see that I got a video or I'm live. It's the same with me. I don't always get on my notifications. But if you text me or email me at readyroxx55@gmail.com, I'm going to get it. So if you got any questions about any of this that we're talking about, feel free to do so. Now, if you've been following this journey so far, you know I left my toxic marriage. I left my husband. I got my own place, raised my 5 grandkids. We relocated to another part of the same state that I was living in. Today, I want to talk about what it's really like to rebuild your life when you lost almost everything, and how to hold on to your faith, your family, and yourself. Because no matter what you've been through and you are where you're at now, like where I'm at now is where I'm at now in a new place, rebuilding, but life is still life. Things are going to still happen. It's not like, you take that deep breath and now you have arrived and everything is peachy keen. Things are going to still happen. Unforeseen situations, mistakes, just life, It's not even about good or bad. It could be frustrating. Like now I have to deal with neighbors. I have to deal with their music, as opposed to me living in a house where I only have to deal with what's going on in the house. And a lot of days, those things in the house during a certain particular time period in my life were cool, were doable. But the other part was so unbearable that I had to get out. You know how you put the one list, you got your pros, and you type all that down, you write that down. And then the other list, you got your cons. So when I weighed the pros against the cons, it only made sense for me to leave. So that's why I'm here now. Now, just because I was going through all that and making it happen and trying to see what I'm gonna do to make it happen and coming out here to look for a place, and thank God my nephew knew somebody, because he rent for people, and all those different things that took place. All this was a journey in itself. So now that I'm here, I still got things I have to deal with. Like yesterday, I was in a whole funk. And a lot of you guys know that I made a video about it. I'm still somewhat in the funk, but I'm not the type of person to be in the funk to where I let it just get me down. I got to keep moving regardless of how I'm feeling. But I got a right to express how I feel. It's not like I'm going to stay there. I might stay there 15 minutes. It might be a whole 24 hours. It just all depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to all the losses that I've had, there's no way I could, like not feel that. There's no way I can't, feel that my brother out here. It's so many reminders. It just happened. It's June the 1st. We just in July the 20th. His birthday coming up August. I can't not think about my daughter. That's every day. Looking at her kids, that's every day. That's what I mean by no matter what you're going through, whether it's recent stuff or the present that you're going through, the good days, the bad days, the nonchalant days, the days you don't feel like doing, other days you content. You know what I'm saying? It's just life. These things are always a constant reminder. Then looking at these kids every day who I adore, it's a constant reminder. Now I have to deal with getting these guardianship papers. I'm hoping and praying for a miracle that I will find them, or there's a way that I can get them without having to go back to Chicago, because that would mean I have to take all of my grandkids to Chicago. And I looked it up, and it costs $189 for round trip. It'll be a good little road trip. Get on the train, go eat lunch, get the paperwork, wait for the train, do a little window shopping or whatever, and come on back home. But I don't have it. I didn't anticipate that before when we was coming down here to look, and I knew I paid that price because I knew I was coming to do just such thing. But I didn't plan. I'm thinking that it was in the closet. And as y'all see in the video, if you saved it, check out the long forms. I keep telling y'all, make sure you keep going to the long forms because they're not, giving y'all notifications. I don't get the notifications when y'all always get in the comments. So if you want to address the question, want me to answer a question that you may have put in the comments, and I have not responded to it, that's because I haven't saved it. And like I said, just like y'all be telling me that y'all don't get my notifications say that I'm live or that I put a video out. It's the same thing for me. So text me if you got my number, the question, or email me. Okay. Readyroxx55@gmail.com. Okay. The only question I can remember off the top of my head, it was two questions, but the only one I can remember, I believe it was from Bubbles. It was either from Bubbles or KK. One or the other asked me, why don't I initiate the divorce? It could be content. Or for one, I would have to go back and forth to Chicago. And that's the last thing on my mind, not because I want to be married to him, but being married, not being married to him, it's not an issue right now. I got bigger fish to fry. And it's not like I'm trying to be with nobody else to possibly get married in the future. So if that's something he really goes forward with and do like he said he is, which I believe is a bunch of hogwash. But if he does, I sign on the dotted line. He could do it the way that, get himself a waiver where, put an ad in the paper and you can't find me and then not. Just let me know. Keep me posted. I could care less, And this part of this journey, I want to say this too. I know some people that's looking at the story and been following the story and the journey since I've been talking about, not even just this Readyroxx rebuild, since I've been spitting these stories and making the skits and this part of it, the marriage, is sad that anybody's marriage don't work out the way, because nobody plans on getting married just to get divorced or not to work out. You know what I'm saying? To have to leave a significant other for whatever reason. But the last thing that's on my mind or I'm feeling bad about is the marriage. I could care less about that marriage. Do I have any ill will towards Tony? Do I want the best for him? I want as much for him to be successful and healthy and happy and safe as he wants for himself. As long as he's not messing with me, we cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as he cool with me, I'm gonna be cool with him. But I don't sit here and think about, oh, you got the 5 grandkids. Oh, you want a budget. Oh, now you got to pay all this by yourself. And before you was getting away with this and didn't have to do that. You only had to do this. You still only had to do that. Oh, now the kids, you got to get them in school. All this, all that. And your husband, you miss him. No, that's never the part of that I think about. I think about my brothers. I think about my mom. I think about my daughter. every day. Like I said, those are things while life is still life, and adjusting to this new place. The place itself, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can fix this up. If there's any issues, I can call them. They come fix it. I can do what I got to do, like get my little rodent stuff, my roach spray. I got all that. I haven't seen any rodents. I only seen 3 roaches since I've been here since June 7th. But I'm not the type of person that's going to not going to anticipate uh seeing something, and when I ain't prepared for, I'm gonna be mad. So I just went on about like $80 worth of stuff, and I got it. And I put one thing out, but I have not sprayed yet. So I'm gonna wait till I clean up tonight, and then I'm gonna spray all around here the actual insect stuff, roach and all that, and the rodent stuff. I got rodent spray, rodent pouches, and spray for bugs and stuff. So I'm gonna mop, sweep, clean up really good before everybody go to bed and spray. Or while everybody outside, before we go outside, I'll do that. But anyway, y'all, I just want to put that out there. I don't want y'all feeling like, even extra bad for me, or feeling like, because that's like taboo. So most people just really adore marriage and really hold on to the dream of marriage, and feel bad for people who marriage don't work out. And to the point where they think that person is really sad about it. And a lot of people do be sad about their marriage not working out. There's a lot of women want their husband back. A lot of men want their wives back. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that for me. So I just want to put that out there, because I recall a few times I make a skit and people will be like, you shouldn't talk about your marriage. But at that point, if I'm not trying to be in the marriage, I made a skit out of it, because it's like, not saying it's just content. His life is real, and I made it into content, being that my heart wasn't involved and I could care less. My heart been out of it. I'll say since 2016, 2017, it's been a wrap since then. So y'all, just so y'all know that. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you want to ask me any questions that you want me to address while I'm talking about this series, because we got about we probably got like maybe 6 or 7 more parts, and then we'll be done. That's why I'm not doing them every single day. And I'm not going live on Thursdays unless somebody wants to be a guest. If I don't get anybody saying they want to be a guest, I will not go live talking about this. I may go live, but it won't be titled the Readyroxx Rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know that too. So anybody want to be a guest on this week's Thursday coming up panel, email me so I can know that too. Okay. And just so you guys know, the goal and the reasoning why I'm doing this is to tell my story. It needs to be released. I want to tell it in such a way that I could resonate with those of you who too may be going through this as a grandparent, whether you're a woman or a man, because some granddads out there doing it too. And some are doing it by themselves, and some are doing it with their wives. So that's the grandparents raising their grandkids. There are some people actually taking care of their nieces and nephews due to their siblings no longer being around. No, this video series is to resonate and reach out to those, because this is just not my story. This is our story. You know what I mean? This is for anybody starting over, trying to get their life right. Especially if you're over 50, being that I'll be 59 September 11. Of course, I'm going to title it in such a way to resonate with my age group. But at the end of the day, this is for anybody going through anything close like this, whether it's a bad marriage, a toxic relationship, rebuilding your life. Even if you're 25, you've been through the ring. There's a lot of 25-year-olds that got 6 and 7 kids. They want to rebuild their life. They want to restart. Do not feel like you're excluded. But I must make it the titles in such a way, because I do want to reach out to those people. But it's not just for those people. So you guys, if you want to tell your story, I appreciate Mature Chick and KK Circle that came on last Thursday. And that's part 6 and 7. That's when I told y'all I was in the form of a live stream. I did part 6 and 7 to this series as a live stream, and they were the guests. I want to thank them again. And I also want to touch on, hold on. I want to touch on where I'm at today. Today, I am trying to get everything established, because we're on summer break. But before you know it, bat your eye 3 times, turn around in the circle. It's going to be time for fall. It's going to be time to do different activities, whether it be school, college, new job, whatever. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with the 3 girls, the little ones, if I'm going to enroll them in school, And if I do, I'm going to go up there and really have a real deep discussion with counselor principal to let them know where we come from, what they've been doing these past years. And so they'll know what they're dealing with. They won't think they're just dealing with some kids that just came from school. They'll know the whole dynamics of their life as far as their mindset and what they've been going through. Not just the homeschooling, they may be a little behind according to their standards. They may be on point. I'm sure they're going to test them. So I'm dealing with that as well as putting the two oldest one in this program. That reasoning why I have to get those guardianship papers. Without those guardianship papers, there is no going to the doctor. Without those guardianship papers, there is no going to orientation. Now, I paid the orientation fee, stepping out on faith, because that's what this life is about. You know, you have to have some faith. I don't care what you believe in, whether you call him Jesus, God, the creator, Allah, Buddha, you know what I mean, Yahweh, whatever it is you're standing on. You have to have some faith. So I'm willing to try things. And I really feel like, and I hope I'm right, that the program that Malachi and Kyla be going to will be good for them. As long as they make the right decisions to go do what they want to go do and not be meeting people, the wrong people, because no matter what the program is, there's weirdos and people that got ulterior motives and, you know what I'm saying, little issues in their lives that's going to be in their circle, passing by or in the class too. They might meet all wonderful people. The most wonderful people can make some mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So all you can do is just teach them the best you can, pray for them, hope that they use the wisdom that they are learning that God has put in them, because they're getting older now. So, you know, they learn a lot of things from me, but as well, they be coming into their own selves. They'll be grown in the next few years. So I'm excited for them on that. And then not to mention, like I said, being in a building with people and having never knowing they're gonna knock on the door when they're gonna play their music. Like right now, they playing their music loud on a Sunday, just regular music, doing what they do. They do this a lot. This is the part that I'm dealing with right now. On top of everything I'm dealing with now, trying to figure it out, trying to keep all the bills paid, you know, at least not too behind. Rob Peter pay Paul situation. I haven't got there yet, but you know, it can happen anytime. That's why I'm working so hard on my channel. That's why I want to tell my story to be able to resonate with the people and get in the new algorithm. And y'all also, as a reminder, y'all, I am working on my backup page, and I won't push it out yet. Again, like I said in my video yesterday, if you seen the video, you might have missed it. I hope you didn't, but if you did miss it, I will be pushing that channel more after probably I'd say by the end of July, because then that's when I can change the name. I had to wait 13 days to change the name, so I'm going to figure out the name and really stick to what I want it to be, because it will be based off long content creation. So I'm thinking about making it about all long form videos, right? Whether I'm cooking and talking, telling story times, but it's going to be based off cooking. And I figure if I do that, I won't have to push out a long form video to maybe 2-3 days a week. 2 long form videos, about 3, sometimes 4 days a week. I don't have to work 7 days a week on that. I really feel that way. And I'll make some of those videos into shorts. So stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned for that. I know a lot of you guys say that I'm strong, and it does appear that way. It appears that way to me too, but I know inside I don't feel the way all the time. I feel numb. I space out a little bit when it comes to my emotions. As far as like, if I lived my life and did the way that I feel inside, I would be crying boo-hoo. Now I talk about things, I got to express them, I got to release this stuff. So I'll make a video about this and make a video about that, take you all this journey. This series is one thing, but my videos will be touching on some of the things that I'm actually talking about in the series as a way of content creation, long form content. You know, I'm doing more family content. I don't want the kids out there like every day. That's not going to happen, but they'll be present, you know what I'm saying, and visible enough for it to make sense as family vlogs, raising my grandkids, life budget, feeding 5 grandkids, all those type of content things. When we go to the mall, we go to Five Below, we go to the grocery store. That's all the content you're going to be seeing like that, you know, as well as my little dance shorts. I'm going to keep doing exactly what I've been doing here. And then I'll just do what I do for the backup channel. If I got any suggestions of what I should do for the backup channel, please put them in the comments. Text it to me. Because then you got a better idea. I want to make that channel just based off one niche. Over here, I do dance content, I do skin, I may cook and do voiceovers with it and sit down and talk to y'all. I may talk about peach sometime. I don't talk about like I used to, but I'm not stop talking about it. Know that I'm still talking about, especially when we go live. I just don't make videos about her like that. I might make 1 or 2 videos every 60 days or something like that. It all depends what's going on at the end of the day. But every day, no, I won't be talking about her because I got way bigger fish to fry to talk about her at this point. And plus, there's enough content creators out here talking about it that I actually watch and enjoy and get information from. And I could just react off what they're talking about when I go live or something. But if any time that I'm live or y'all heard something that's different that I didn't hear about, something like breaking news, feel free to text it to me or email me. Oh yeah, Readyroxx55@gmail. If you guys have been using the other email, that's fine too. But Readyroxx55@gmail.com is the one I prefer you guys use. And y'all, just remember, y'all, no matter what you're facing, because I'm not the only one. I am not the only one going through. I'm not going to act like I'm special. I'm not. Just because my daughter passed away in 2021 at the age of 31, allegedly of fentanyl, and left 5 grandkids, I'm not special. There's a lot of stories out here worse than this, same as this, just as bad as this. So no matter what you're facing, you can rebuild. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. We in this together, y'all. If you're rebuilding, starting your life, lifting yourself up in any area, whether it's finances, if you're raising your nieces, nephews, grandkids, then get a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Send this to a friend that you know that's trying to rebuild or need to be focused more on things. I'm old school, y'all. I'm an old school mother/grandmother. Because I say mother first because I am a mother and I had kids. I had 2 kids, of course, because I got grandkids. But I was that mother. I wasn't that young mother that let the kids go wild, let them do anything, scream, yell, write on the walls, waste food. I was always a disciplinarian. I don't know this because I was raised by my grandma, old school grandma, and we just was, we from the old school. My grandma didn't play that stuff, We were the type of kids, and that's what I believe. Kids should be taking places. Do they have to go somewhere every single day, every weekend? No. And if they is, especially in the summer, it should be maybe every weekend if you got the funds. Everything don't have to cost a lot of money. Maybe every weekend you should be able to go out, whether it's the movies, some type of amusement park, water park, dinner, whatever event, whatever type of things you got in your area. If you could take the kids, even if it ain't but once a month, if you want a budget and you can only do certain things once a month, so be it. It's once a month. I believe kids should be taking places and they should know how to act when they go out. They should not be just all over the place. Like I see kids all over this area. I'm talking about 3, 4 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, just all over the place. I told one little girl yesterday she had to be careful, because she's a little girl and she's a child. She's like, I know. Okay, you can't be everywhere by yourself with your sister. Y'all need to be sticking close to home. You need to be in the house. I don't understand how parents, especially when they're younger, act like it's sweet out here. And I'm talking about from the 90s too. There's always been this type of parents. Some of them parents be sitting there while their kids stay in the house, so act like they don't hear nothing. I like they don't see nothing. That ain't never been me. They ain't never gonna be me. Structure and discipline is key, because if you're not giving it to them, they ain't gonna know how to act in this world. So I'm that person. So this is very hard for me to be in a building where all I hear is doors slamming, kids yelling, and all over the place by themselves. And I don't see no parents outside. And that's why I don't let my grandkids go outside. If that means that it's too hot for me and I'm not gonna be out there that long, that means they just gonna miss out until we can get ready to go somewhere. But I have been letting them sit in front of the door after I decide I can't be out there no more. I let them sit in front of the door and I keep peeking out at them. Because when I look out my door, I can see them sitting on the stoop. So I put them visibly and I let them sit there, but only still for a minute. Because if there are some weirdos out here and some men and some, you don't know who's on that list, that that SEX list, offenders list, you don't know who living next to you. You don't know who driving past. They be looking at them. And if they notice a pattern that these girls are always outside by themselves, they always by themselves, they always go to the couch. Sometimes it's two, but sometimes it's all of them outside, but I'll never see nobody, They're gonna eventually start trying to talk to them. Even like an older teen boy or older man, 30-something years old. One of the kids had pointed out a man on the bike that was checking them out. They noticing it. And one of them pointed, I had to get on him. You don't point at people, just let me know low key. These are things that I feel like is very important. I'm trying to teach them all I can. I hope it sticks with them and they remember it and know how to utilize it in their life and be able to have that discernment as they grow, that God's given them or going to give them as they get older to be able to take care of themselves and their families, each other. I tell them, stick together. Grandma ain't gonna always be here. Stick together always. I don't care how mad you get at each other. Don't let no outsiders come in between you. I teach them that when you get your jobs and you go to school and you get older, like you like 19, 25, on up and stuff, you're going to meet people and some are not going to have your best interest at heart. Some are going to use you because you got a car, because you got a house, because you got a man. They want to come over and take over and practically move in. You got to know how to stand strong and put your foot down, and people try you like that. When they ask you, can they move in? Because they spend the night. You're going to have to be, especially when you start having relations or have a husband, you know what I'm saying? Or you have a wife, you got to have things in order. I'm teaching you this because this is things that the world not teaching our kids. The school system not going to teach us to our kids. They teaching them shit like gym. You know what I'm saying? They need to know how to have life skills. They need to learn it at school and at home. Because why? They at school more than they're at home. Yes, it's the parents' job, but if you a parent and you see your child a couple of hours before it's time to go to bed and you saying something, but the world is saying something totally different, you're gonna go at odds against your parents or your guardian. You're gonna go with the naysayers because the naysayers is a bigger bunch than the people that say don't do this, be good, be kind, be aware, be strong. And everybody else, your parents tweaking, they just old. Well, your auntie them tripping, they don't know that's back in the day. They gonna want to follow what they saying because they want to be like, they want to be like them, they want to be what we call accepted, peer pressure, all that type of stuff. So all I can do is keep doing what I'm doing, keep teaching them, keep praying for them, and keep thanking God, keep being grateful. Being grateful for you guys, being grateful for the Creator of heaven and earth has done for me and doing for me. I appreciate you all. If you guys want to send a super chat, super sticker, PayPal or Zelle any time of day, I appreciate it because like I said before, my views, I'm only at $140 and we're almost at the end of the month. We got 10 more days or something like that. And I've never had this less money. So those PayPal, those super chat and super stickers help my check be bigger. Those PayPal and Zelles, of course, that helps because that's going to my own personal account. But when it comes to the super sticker, super chat, and y'all can make that a regular thing when you know what I'm saying, the ones who do be sending and ones who can from time to time, you can do that. And before I get up out of here, I just want to let you guys know that you are not alone. This is not just about me. I'm doing this series for you, for us. We're in this together. And I appreciate you guys. I'm always here. If you ever want to reach out and talk to me about anything, whether it be suggestions or if I made you feel some type of way, or if you got some information that can help me and the grandkids, go ahead and email me. If you got my number already, because quite a few you do, I'm a type of person, I'm personable. All you have to do first is email me. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here, try to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. I'm making catfish because I already got the macaroni and the asparagus and cornbread is done. I know that's kind of like a weird combination. I just had a taste for that Dolly Parton's cornbread mix, and it tastes sort of like Jiffy, It's sweet, it's good. I'm going to talk to y'all later.
The Readyroxx rebuild. Come on in, like, comment, and subscribe. Watch me rebuild my life one brick at a time. I'm on this journey, paving a new road from the ground. The Readyroxx rebuild, it's time to shine. I'm molding the past into tomorrow's goal, crafting dreams. Watch the story unfold. With every story, a phoenix ignites.